Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is shraydee and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at some more battles in the Go Battle League and Pokemon Go. I'm going to be using the same team that I was using in the last video. I did well with it, so I'm going to try to get to rank 9. Last season, I've been to rank 9 in the last 2 seasons, but it took me until the very end when Great League opened back up, because I'm a lot better with Great League. But now I'm starting to power up some Pokemon in the Ultra League. I've got a few for the Master League as well, so I think I might be able to get to rank 9 before Master League gets here. So we're using Mud Shot, Hydro Cannon, and Earthquake on our Swampert once again. Charizard with Fire Spin, Blast Burn, and Dragon Claw, and then Obstagoon with Counter. I actually changed it to Hyper Beam, I think. So Counter, Hyper Beam, and Night Slash. Sorry about the graphic being wrong there. But let's go ahead and get into these videos. Yeah, so how have you guys been doing in Pokemon Go? Have you gotten to rank 9? Have you gotten to rank 10? I'd like to hear about it. Go ahead and brag in the comments. Rub it in my face. Just kidding. Alright, so we get a pretty negative lead here. We have to land 2 Earthquakes on the Giratina. We saw this in the last video. You've probably seen it in plenty of videos, this matchup here. So I usually go straight for the Earthquake in this matchup because they usually don't shield the first one, but this guy decides to shield, which is really not good for me because now he's going to be able to get 2 Dragon Claws off before I can even get to the next Earthquake. So I'm not going to shield, and I think I can get to the Earthquake, but no, I can't. He got there just a little bit sooner than I did, so now I have to shield in order to get any damage off on this Giratina. I go for the Earthquake, and he's probably not going to shield it because he'll survive, and I'm going to switch directly into Obstagoon to save that Swampert for later. I was a little slow on the switch there. He stays in. I guess he probably doesn't have a good answer for Obstagoon. So this is a really good matchup for me. I'm going to triple resist the Shadow Claws. I could have farmed up a little more energy, but I didn't want to get hit by another Dragon Claw, so I go for the Night Slash. Takes out the Giratina, and in comes a Charizard. Charizard's not a really good counter to Obstagoon. The Night Slashes will be neutral damage, and Obstagoon does outpace Charizard. It does resist the counters because of its flying typing. I call his bait here. I figured I've got 1 shield left. He really wants to get that shield, so I did not shield it. Knew it was going to be a Dragon Claw. So I'm going to go for another Night Slash here. He's going to have to shield one of these. He's going to be able to get to a Dragon Claw before I can get to the Night Slash, so I'm gonna shield, and then I probably could have countered down, but what I did is I built up... Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I go for the Night Slash, but he's going to shield, and then I can probably counter down, but I decide to swap into Swampert to tank the Dragon Claw instead. And then now I can go in with Charizard and Fire Spin down, get ahead on energy, and we'll see what's in the back. He switches into Snorlax to avoid being farmed down. And I go for the Blast Burn. There's no shields. I got to land 1 Blast Burn and 1 Dragon Claw in order to KO. He's got to land 2 Body Slams as well as some Lick damage in order to get rid of the Charizard. But he's not going to be able to get off the second Body Slam before I get to the Dragon Claw. And at the very end here, at the time, I forgot how much energy the Charizard had, so I immediately switched into Obstagoon and like maybe had a Dragon Claw left or something, but he didn't have any energy on his Charizard, so just a bit unnecessary at the end to switch there. But that's all right. So we'll go into the next battle here. All right, Swampert again. So we've seen this as well. An Earthquake would one-shot an Empoleon because of its Steel typing. So I'm going to go ahead and shield, build up to 2 Hydro Cannons, and go for the Hydro Cannon, pretending it's an Earthquake, because usually they will shield it because it's too risky to not shield. And so now I'm going to go into Obstagoon and just do as much damage as I can. He's not switching out, so I go for the Night Slash. I'm getting pretty lucky in these sets. I haven't seen too many Charmers. A Charmer is a Obstagoon safe switch's worst nightmare, unless you have Gunk Shot. So I'm gonna be able to counter down before he gets to another Hydro Cannon, and now I have shield advantage, and I'm almost at 2 Night Slashes. I should be able to get to the second one before the Dragon Claw comes through, or before the Dragon Breath takes me out. So we're gonna get some good damage on here. That's half his health already. I hit the boost and then go down. So I'm gonna go in with Swampert and go for the Earthquake. He gets to a Dragon Claw, but I can survive it, so no need to shield this. And we go for the Earthquake, and this will be taking out the Giratina. And then there's a Snorlax in the back. I should be able to get off one Hydro Cannon, and then I'll switch into Charizard to avoid being farmed down by Lick. And then all I need to do is land a Blast Burn. Snorlax is ahead on energy, so I probably will have to use a shield. Yep, he's going to have to, yeah, he's going to get to one. Yep, so I'll have to use a shield, but that's okay. Use a shield and then Blast Burn, and that will be a good game. How do you guys like the music I put in the background here? I was thinking about changing it to something different, but this is pretty relaxing. I like the lo-fi beats. Yeah, if you guys have any comments about the videos that I've been putting out here, I'd really appreciate you letting me know whether you think this content is worth watching, or if I should just give up altogether, or if I should switch into doing something else. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos though, so I really appreciate anybody who's tuning in. Alright, so we're going up against Empoleon again. We know how this goes, but in this matchup, I decided to go for the Earthquake. I don't know why. It was a very bad decision. So I'm going to shield. If I wanted to go for the Earthquake, I should have not shielded. But instead I shielded, and it's very obvious I'm going for an Earthquake here. So he's going to shield, and then I'm going to switch into Obstagoon, and let's see. Oh no, okay, yeah, I build up to a little bit more than a Hydro Cannon. Switch into Obstagoon, and there's a Heracross. That is not good. Obstagoon is a dark and normal typing, so counter the fighting moves will be double super effective. And what I could have done is gone for a Hyper Beam. That would have at least got maybe the last shield from him. If not, it maybe would have KO'd. It would have been close to KOing. But instead I go for 2 Night Slashes, and now he's got 2 Close Combats. Close Combat is such a heavy hitting move. So I'm going to go into Charizard to try to Fire Spin down, but he's going to be able to get to 2 before I can Fire Spin him down. So that is not good. I'm not going to shield the first one. It is resisted damage, but boom, 50%. That's 50% of my health gone. So I have to shield the second one. I guess I don't have to. I may have survived with like 1 HP. But, and then Empoleon comes back in, and I'm too slowed on the charge move. If I would have hit that Blast Burn, he would have at least had to shield that, and I would have stood a chance. But now, yeah, there's not much I can do here. And this guy actually ended up having 2 Obstagoon counters. Yeah, so definitely not good for the team I'm running. Alright, so we'll go into the next battle here. Everybody makes mistakes. I like watching these videos through again because I can see where I made my mistakes and I end up getting better. Okay, so this is not a good lead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to catch a Shadow Ball or an Ominous Wind on Obstagoon since it will be triple resisted, but he must have been expecting that. He comes in with Registeel. Registeel's not the best counter to Obstagoon. As long as I can shield the Focus Blast, I'll be able to do a lot of damage with Counter and Night Slash. Counter would be super effective because Registeel is a Steel type. So yeah, and in this moment, most people go for Flash Cannon bait, and I thought for a second maybe I should not shield it, but yeah, I'm so glad I shielded that. That would have taken out my Obstagoon for sure. I was expecting maybe a switch out, so I waited a little bit on the Night Slash. Throw the Night Slash. He's gonna have to shield in order to get another charge move off, but I can shield and farm down, and I still have a full health Obstagoon. That's why Registeel's not the best counter. He doesn't do barely any damage with his lock-ons. So they switch into a Meganium. I go for the Night Slash, but I have a Charizard, so this is over. He's gonna hit me with the Frenzy Plant just to see how much damage it would do probably, and it's like 20%, not very much. So yeah, he gives up at this point. Understandable. I don't think there's much play there for him. Okay, so going into the next battle here. So yeah, what rank are you guys? Are you in rank 8 yet? Getting close to rank 9? I'd like to hear in the comments how you guys are doing in Go Battle League. Alright, so this is not a very good matchup. Both of Poliwrath's moves, Ice Punch and Dynamic Punch, will do neutral damage to Swampert, whereas only Earthquake will do neutral damage to Poliwrath. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with Empoleon. I build up to an Earthquake, and then, except for I didn't shield the Dynamic Punch. I build up to an Earthquake and go for the Hydro Cannon. I do get the shield. But the problem is now he can go straight Ice Punch. I go for the Earthquake this time. He must have overfarmed, so I get the Earthquake off before an Ice Punch comes through. He doesn't shield, and then he is going to go straight Ice Punch. I know he is. So I'm going to shield one of them so I can get to a Hydro Cannon. But as you'll see, he gets the next one before I do, but I knew I was going to survive this with like 1 HP, so I don't shield, and I go for the Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon would take out Poliwrath from this range, even though it's resisted, because Poliwrath is a water type. So he shields, and then I swap into Obstagoon to farm down, which is dangerous because a Dynamic Punch would KO, but I knew I could get him. I knew I could take it out before he got to a Dynamic Punch. So he doesn't look too happy about that. He comes in with a Melmetal. Again, this is like the Registeel matchup. The counters in the Night Slash will do a lot of damage because of the Steel typing, and he looks like he's going to try to go for back-to-back superpowers. But Obstagoon is tankier than you would expect. Even though fighting is double super effective, I knew I could survive one superpower, just by a little bit, but enough. And I counter him down before he's able to get the next superpower off. I throw the Night Slash or whatever's, I didn't see what it was. It's a Berserker. He's running a double Steel team, so that's not good for him. I've got double Steel counters on my team. So he goes ahead and surrenders that. I'd like to see more Berserkers in Go Battle League. Okay, so that was all 5 battles. I went 4-1. It's pretty good. I'm going to use some Pinap Berries on this Larvitar. Larvitar, I know it's going to be in the research breakthrough or whatever, but you know, you don't see him very much anymore, so I'm trying to get a lot of candies for him so I have him stored up for something if I ever need a Tyranitar for, you know, any kind of PvP. So I go from 24-21 to 24-59, getting close. All right. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. I am really enjoying making these videos, and I hope you guys are too. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends, all that good stuff. And I'd really appreciate any kind of comments in the comment section that are negative, positive, whatever you have to say. I'd love to hear it just to know whether or not this content is something that people like. But yeah, I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I hope you all take it easy.